is John May, General Manager of Petrale Roofing, up on another customer's roof doing a free 21-point inspection. If you'd like us to take a look at your roof, give us a call today, 719-375-8773. We'd be happy to take a look and see the condition of your roof. Petrale Roofing, we're a Diamond certified TAMCO installer, which means we can offer a industry-leading 25-year workmanship warranty to give you peace of mind in the storm. Call Petrale Roofing, 719-375-8773. Schedule your free inspection today.
Alrighty, crew, it is an early mornings with Meister. I am emceeing the Colorado Springs Leadership Prayer Breakfast here with the National Day of Prayer this week. Honored to do that. And we're going to jump right into the forecast because I've got to hit the road here. So I've already got the forecast up on the app, on the 24/7 channel, and I'm getting some information on social media and really haven't changed a lot in the way of my thoughts here early this morning. TAMCO Live Radar still shows a couple showers up across the Palmer Divide here. If you're traveling up to Denver this morning, you'll run into some wet roads, also some fog. You can see that in Monument this morning. Everybody's got their lights on. If I take you to Woodland Park this morning, it is a dry start to the day. There are some low clouds over the region, though. This is the second storm in a week that is going to bring some welcome water in the form of rain and snow to southern Colorado. The big difference with this one is that it is colder. And so we've got winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories up. Here's what you need to know about these. Winter storm warning is where there's going to be the biggest impacts. Pikes Peak region up into the south side of the Denver area and the mountains west of the Mile High City. That's where we expect the biggest combination, especially overnight and early Wednesday, of snow rate, snow accumulation, travel troubles. Winter weather advisories, we still expect some, just not as significant as the winter storm areas. And you see the winter weather advisory for northeastern Colorado. They're going to be colder overnight than will be in southern Colorado, and so more likely to have some slush on the roads, maybe picking up more on the grass and the trees than we're going to in southern Colorado. But I think 24 hours from now, everybody is catching some snow across southern Colorado where we have precipitation. Today is going to be a different day than yesterday. Yesterday we had 80s from Pueblo off to the east, otherwise had 70s up and down the Front Range, had a mixture of 50s and 60s over the mountain areas. Today we'll get close to 60 in the southern tier in the early afternoon, but maybe prior to lunchtime in some cases farther to the north we hit our highs that are going to be noticeably cooler than what we had yesterday. And you get a few quiet hours this morning, so on our easy to understand 0 to 10 scale of if it's going to be nice or not, Banjo's kind of splitting the difference on his barometer here because we will see scattered showers develop as we head through the back part of the day. We've got these two systems we've been talking about. It seems like forever now. They are going to do a squeeze play over Colorado. We've got one coming in from the west. We've got one coming in from the north. They are going to merge over Colorado here over the next 24 hours. They'll be on the way out of here as we head into Wednesday night. So we kept a couple showers going across areas north of Highway 50 into early this morning. Most of it as we start off our days across northern Colorado, like we thought would kind of be the case here. So southern Colorado getting kind of a quiet start, but then again, things coming together here for a late season winter storm. So by the late part of the morning, I think over the Palmer Divide and the Pikes Peak region, we're probably starting to catch a shower. If something begins as rain, it'll quickly change over to snow. And so as we head through the afternoon, if you get hit by one of these storms, the big wet flakes could reduce visibility. And I say storms because there might be a thunderstorm, especially farther to the south where things will start off as rain. A thunderstorm could produce some graupel, maybe some small hail, something we'll keep an eye on. Evening commute, I think our issues are wet roads, and so we'll watch for some visibility concerns. And we kind of keep scattered showers around here as we head through Tuesday evening. And again, maybe a thunderstorm, especially the farther south and east you are. Now, as we head into early Wednesday, things change up. I haven't changed this graphic at all. I still think Wednesday morning's the biggest impacts in terms of the commute. Over the eastern plains, we'll be getting snow, but we'll be around freezing. So roads will be mainly wet, but visibility will be a concern. But you get up higher, and especially like between 6,000 and 8,000 feet is kind of the transition to like, wow, what a winter storm and okay, hey, it's snowing and sticking a little bit on the grass and trees, but above 8,000 feet, 8,500 feet, somewhere in there, we'll have some snowpack roads early on Wednesday, but slushy roads probably over the Palmer Divide. Unless there's a burst happening, maybe we get quick snowpack. So it is the higher terrain where we're going to have bigger impacts tomorrow. Things will improve as we move through the day on Wednesday. So by the time you wake up Wednesday morning, the most significant lift is moving out of northern Colorado and across southern Colorado. And so you can see almost everybody here as the day begins getting snow. Even in the southeast corner where Skycast is trying to hold on to some rain, I think that's going to be snow. And then we hit the afternoon and we'll see this lift starts moving off to the southeast, so we get scattered precipitation that gets out of here very, very quickly on Wednesday night. So not a warm day tomorrow. 30s and some low 40s is about it. Warmer on the western slope. And a cold start to Thursday. Now, hard freeze areas are the Pikes Peak region up across the Palmer Divide and the mountains. I think we'll get a freeze elsewhere, unless you're down around Walsenburg or Trinidad. It might be a frost. But not a hard freeze. So it's not going to kill as much of the vegetation. But vegetation is going to have a hard time with the weight of this snow. It is going to be low snow to liquid ratio, which is opposite of what we get in the middle of winter when we have, like, you know, the stuff you can just kind of wipe your hand off of the car windshield and broom off of the sidewalk. Good recovery to Thursday after that cold snow. So here's how much snow we're talking about. I am concerned about some tree branches coming down. I think some bushes are also going to get squashed by this snow. If you head into tomorrow night with snow still on the ground, that's good news. That'll insulate the plants and the bushes a little bit, and they'll need that here with this one. And I really haven't changed this either. And the higher you are, the closer you're going to measure what actually falls, but the lower you are, there's just going to be a lot of melting with this. So my colors in the background still represent how much snow I think is going to fall, and the numbers I think are what you're more likely to measure, but this is cement type stuff that just sticks on everything, makes for beautiful pictures. And you get up onto the terrain. So, you know, in Fremont County, you get away from Highway 50, you're going to measure more and get more than you will along the river. That's the case over the Sangre de Cristos as well. I think you're going to measure maybe 3-4 inches in the Wet Mountain Valley. I think more than that will fall. And again, it's these late season things that kind of make that tough to figure out, especially at the elevations where most people live. We're kind of in the transition. And so a lot of this over the plains is going to come within a couple hours of sunrise, and even after sunrise tomorrow, it'll obviously be light, but roads in these areas are going to stay mainly wet. Okay, quick commercials, then I'll do the extended forecast here as we are past 6 o'clock now. I'm supposed to be somewhere at 6:15. Stay tuned.
Emergencies are unpredictable, but you don't have to be unprepared. Peak Alerts sends you targeted emergency alerts in real time for the places that matter to you most, so you know what's happening and what to do next. Know first, act fast. That's the power of Peak Alerts.
Another attorney commercial with big promises? Millions of dollars, practicing law 24 hours a day, blah, blah, blah. Let's get rid of the smoke and mirrors. None of that really matters. What does matter? Having a medical doctor as your attorney. That matters.
At Phil Long Ford Motor City, we've been around for 80 years. That's like 560 in dog years. Basically, we're the top dogs of Colorado. And thanks to our deals, selection, and service, we've earned some pretty loyal customers. And our GM Mark, he's the most loyal guy I know. Even after I chewed up his shoe, it was delicious.
Great trucks, amazing deals, and belly rubs for dogs. Come see why Colorado drives Phil Long Ford Motor City. Hey guys, where's my shoe?
Grow something beautiful this season. Hydrix Colorado Tree Farm Nursery has trees, shrubs, and perennials that are grown for our harsh climate. Plant smarter with expert guidance and quality plants. Visit coloradotreefarmnursery.com.
around 80 Saturday. I've got some 80s and 90s in the forecast early next week. So that's kind of how things are looking around here now, my friends. I don't have a lot of time for your comments on social media this morning. You guys, oh, no sound. That was my fault. That was my fault, crew. My bad. Anyways, we'll get some scattered showers and storms as we move through the weekend. I forgot to turn that mic on. What are you going to do? All righty, crew, that's it. I'm supposed to be somewhere in 8 minutes. So have a blessed day, and we'll have some updates here this afternoon and evening, some live ones probably as the system kind of comes in and gets going. Have a good day. You've been watching Peaks to Plains weather.